GI and I called it, Katrina Kubia, Queen, a second for your Ben, I could be a Kutu and a family. Your yes, what is your chief of see a penny Catamans and Kutu and a family. I would not give a hawk. Kutu and a family. You have a quite that is so far, we will go after who know who knows that. Kutu and a family, some year and take to the Tatawi Abraham, in which I told if you are tossing on Kabila, then you see a continue. Kutu and a family. Here we are. The way they are done in a view, Pamanela, Kutu and a family. Gongo, mayo, Manga Koku, and Atovi Agreement, Kutu and Fana, Yakosa, Happy, Yakosa Baji, Kutu and Fana, Congo, Mayo, Harsi, George, Ajobu, Kutu and Fana, Mayo, Azuma, Kovla, and Bobby, Kutu and Fana, Gongo, you have your communion at a preview, and you could be a big, you put him in a battery and what they should not take to the carpenter of boy got this painter's room. Emayo Abochi Sacramento, they had to go to Korea, Kuma, Toby Valley, to Frank Kamani, 15 quality, of Toja, or chop to a coffee and go to a track. Like when I went to Jimmy and the Emayo Goblin, you told me, your Tommy, you go to Jimmy, you go come up, Jimmy, you have to put you my number. Okay, thank you very much, everybody who's been waiting for us for this long. We are ready now to go. And on TikTok, we don't have any comments yet. And we don't have any comments yet. We don't have any messages yet. And then on YouTube, do we have anything on YouTube? We on TikTok we have African Magic Temple YouTube, where we have our brother Chibuzo Otura Irete Tulabogem there. Say evening, Papa. This is Otura Lete. My account was banned. I don't know why. I miss your teachings. Thank you very much, Chibuzo. The same thing. My account also was. Mine was not banned, but they say what? Suspended. Yes. So I did a protest that why I didn't do anything wrong, and then I think the person who probably reported me, they checked and they realized that the person just out of personal dislike for my teachings and the way I say things, that's why they say that my account was deceptive and what again, scam. Yeah, but then they had opened the account. I'm using it now, but the only thing I realized is that I cannot comment on anybody's post for a long time, and I don't know the reason for that, why I cannot comment on people's posts. So you are welcome back to La Irete. Thank you very much for coming back. And then we have King Giga, K Ginga, Kadi Fisher there. Say greetings, Papa and Ewe family. Thank you very much, Kadi. How are you? And then Luna Nicole, big sister Luna Nicole, say at King Giga, saying, I think what is that sign? The emoji waving. Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. You are also here. Thank you all. Why this my mosquito are going around here? You sprayed it? And I have my special spray, that one. If I use it 1 minute, they all fall down. So let them be flying for now. I'll get them. Why? I don't know, this underground here, nobody is here, so they have chance to come and hide here. Okay. Thank you very much. And then we have Bokor Shamba Musa Mohammed there. Say good afternoon, Papa. Hello, Bokor. How are you? Thank you very much. Are you back from Mali? Have you seen your performances in Mali? That's a plus for you. It's very, very, very good that you are such a great drummer that Africans will have to bring you from the US to come and play in Africa. That's a sign of progress. It's very interesting. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. And then we have Big Sister Luna Nichols. Happy Sunday, Papa and AMT family. I am grateful to join today's section. Thank you very much, Big Sister Luna Nicole. We are all happy that you are here. And then we have DJ for real saying good evening. Let me see, move it. Say good evening, sir. Facebook sound is too low, so please check it and correct it. If the Facebook sound is too low, please check it and correct it. And then you get this Japanese mosquito spray. If you joke, it will joke with you. Just this tool will cover this room and it will take care of it. Yeah. They started hearing the smell. So, thank you very much, DJ, for real. And we will fix it and we can all be, we should be able to hear us. And then we have on Clubhouse, we have our sister Zil here, and I think Zil has sent in 3 different messages, and one is 2 messages, and 1 message is also coming from Tunisia Christian. Say greetings to us. Thank you very much, Tunisia. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. And Zil Harris is say hi to all. Thank you, Mr. Bokor, for being here today. I may be in and out of today's section. Weak signals where I am, I might cause me to leave early. Okay, thank you very much, Zil Harris. We are very grateful. Whatever comes, if the signal is not good and you are out, we will understand. And then Zil went to say, I would love to hear more about Abraxas. The word is similar to the European Abraxas. Last week, you sent Abraxas at your shrine in a Voodoo spirit of enlightenment. Yeah, the word is not Abraxas, it's Abraxas. It's Abraxas. Abraxas is an enlightenment spirit. In fact, some people say that it's the Christ, that Abraxas is what is the Christ that has come into this. And Abraxas I learned from my days when I was learning Kabbalah, and then Abraxas become a very a powerful energy I use in doing my voodoo work, and I connect with Abraxas, and also when I initiate people into breaking into the spiritual sphere for them to be able to communicate with spirit world, I introduce them to Abraxas. Abraxas is a 7-letter word which is the name of the spirit or the entity or the deity, call it whatever you want. But for me, it's a spirit, and it's in the spirit world, and I deal with it, and I can channel it to do the good things for people. I direct it to do things for people, and it does. So that's what Abraxas is. It's enlightenment, the light, the wisdom. I don't know what else to use in qualifying. If you go to Carl Jung, who was the psychologist, he wrote a lot of things about Abraxas, and I think it's not Abraxas, it's Abraxas. Abraxas. So you can find more on Carl Jung, and when you go onto Google, you will also find more about Abraxas. At African Magic Temple, Abraxas, Akanyi, and Jopata are the deities who are the patron deities of our shrine. Thank you very much, Zil Harris. Thank you. And then let me go back to TikTok. How do I go back to the program? Where do I tap? This? Here?
This one when you're written live session.
Okay, good. So, okay, I have already spoken the three. I have already read the three. Okay, so we have a DJ for real. What is a tron? Okay, a tron, if we are translating it into English, means deity. A tron simply means deity. Means it's a voodoo. A tron is also a voodoo, but it's a spirit. But it's more like a spirit that has other spirits under it, and then a lot of people come to that spirit to come and seek its help for protection, and also sometime to make it to deliver judgment if something is not going on and human beings cannot solve the problem. Then a tron is a spirit that people will consult or come and plead to solve their challenges for them. Yeah, so a tron is simply means a deity. It can also be translated like an archangel in some other disciplines. So that's what Ewe is called a tron. It's a voodoo, but it's not a voodoo for only one individual person, but it's a voodoo that many people come to seek for help. That's what it is. Thank you very much, DJ for real. And if that is not very clear, you can still ask more subsequent questions to it. Then we have Big Sister Aluna Nuko says Blessed Sunday. I think I read that one already. And then I read, and then DJ for real also is saying, does names has effects on people, maybe nicknames too? Yes, nicknames are what we call in Ewe Ahano Unko. Ahano Unko is called a nickname, and in Ewe, Ahano Unko become your name to your friends and even to your spirits more than your real name. So names have effect. So if you hear somebody they call, most people their ahanonko or nicknames become the family name later in the lives of their children or great grandchildren. Yeah. So it has a very powerful meaning when you have ahanonko or nickname. Yeah. Then we have I think that's all for them. Do we still have some? And Big Sister Luna Nicole will say you are missing TikTok posts. Papa, there must be some sort of glitch. Okay, I think when I was saying that we couldn't find anything on TikTok, maybe that's when Big Sister Luna Nicole reacted. And Big Sister Luna Nicole, how is your health now? I hope you are improving and everything is getting better. Thank you very much. Then Big Sister said, I had to post twice before you saw my post or comment. Oh, I see. Then there is a glitch, as you are saying. There must be some challenges that it's not under our control yet. Thank you very much for that. I think we are now okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go on to YouTube and see if we have anybody there. Okay, we have Tobe Jigbezan Sesoka here. Greetings and good day, Papa. And then he went to say Bokor Enuledo. America Medena do Tobe Jigbezan Enuledo now. and I hope you are doing well today. Yes, I am. I'm a little bit tired today, but yes, I am okay. Thank you very much. You can even hear from my voice as if a cold want to disturb me. It's just out of tiredness. It's not anything. Thank you very much. And then on Clubhouse, we have our sister Zil Harris. Is a throne like an Orisha or Lua, Lua, or is Voodoo the better term? You see, the Yorubas call spirits or deities Orisha. And I think it's the same deities people call in Haitian Voodoo Lua, Lua in Haitian Voodoo. But in every spirituality, we call it Voodoo. We don't have a Lua in every Voodoo, and we also do not have Orisha in every Voodoo. So if we say Orisha, maybe it is a throne or it's just a spirit. But I don't know. I don't know the classification of the Yoruba Orisha. Whether if you have just a small, no spirit is small. If you have a single identity, deity or spirit that you alone address and work with, for us in every we can call it we call it Voodoo. Not even we can call it Voodoo, we call it Voodoo. But when that Voodoo become attractive to many people, and people are coming to that same Voodoo to let it work for them, and it is working for them, then automatically that Voodoo is no more called just like an individual Voodoo. It is a community Voodoo, and it is called a throne. So there is a possibility Lua and Orisha may be the same as a throne. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sister Zil. Yeah. And then we have can you increase the font a little bit?
Yes. So
it's finished.
yes.
That's the biggest.
Yes.
Okay, then my eyes have to watch. Oware Gabu. Oware Gab. Say good evening, please. Where are you located when are you doing consultation? Oware Gab, we are located on the Spinters Road in Accra, Ghana. Our telephone number is in our profile. And if you want to have consultation done for you, please call the number and book an appointment for consultation. We do consultation every day. Thank you. And then we have King KK Ginga. One, say, Papa, what is the purpose of people changing their names after initiation? Okay. In Yoruba tradition, which I don't know so much about, when people get initiated into Ifa, they give you an African name just to make you to feel close to Africa, and also to make you feel proud of being an African. I think this is the main purpose. So they either call you Iya, Ifa, Iya something for women, and Baba for men. Iyalo, Ifa, or something. But then in every traditional spirituality, it is mostly in the Yewe initiation. When you get the Yewe initiation, that is when people's name change, because the spirit that accepted you, or that comes upon you, or the spirit that you are initiated into when it is into Yewe shrine, then that spirit will be aligned, the name of that spirit will be aligned with your name, and also to let people know the power and attributes of that particular spirit into which you are initiated. For instance, people who are initiated into the spirit of the snake, the serpent, the divine serpent spirit, which is one of the deities in the Ewe shrine. The word for snake in Ewe is Da. D-A. Sometimes people add N to it, and then the people say, the people who cannot speak Ewe, they say Dan. It's not Dan, it's Dan. It's a nasal sound that comes with it, Dan. So when people get initiated into this serpentine snake spirit, they call them Dasi, means wife of Da, Dasi. Whether you are a male or a female, they'll call you Dasi. Or I think it's mainly women they call Dasi, which is that means you are. And then some will have other names like Daje Ngo, means the snake spirit is in front of you or is the one leading you. Daje Ngo. Then some will be Daenye Ameto, means snake is for human beings. Daenye Ameto. So in Ewe shrine, when you are initiated in Ewe, so the spirit that comes upon you during your initiation, they give you the name of that spirit. And if it is the spirit of thunder, which is So is the spirit of thunder, or the name of thunder in Ewe. So you hear people, they call it a So Deve, means thunder has made a pit. So Jendo means thunder has entered into a pit or has made a pit. Then you have a Da, flee a So. So here we have Da as a snake, and then a So. So in one person's name, a Da and a So come together like in the name Da, flee So. So in the Ewe, which I am not part of, and I don't know much about Ewe, only few things that I'm teaching you, that's all that I know about the Ewe. That is the main cult of the Ewes before Ewes got Afa. It is where Ewes do their spirituality, and it is still existing, and people are still being initiated into it. I had been telling myself all the time that maybe when I get older, maybe I will also go and take initiation into the Ewe. But I need to understand it very well before taking initiation into Ewe. So people change, your name changes, or new names are given to you according to the spiritual discipline that you are following. However, the spirituality that I have followed all through in our Ewe tradition, for where I come from, people's names do not change when they get initiated. The only thing they may add to your name is Togbe, which simply means an elder or somebody that needed to be respected, whether you are young or you are old. Once they call you Togbe, whether you are a chief or you are just an elderly person, that name commands respect in the area where I come from. So even if you are initiated into any spirituality in our area, either they call you Togbe for men, and Mama, M-A-M, Mama is not Mama, it's Mama, which means an old lady, a grandmother, a person who must be respected in the female community. So they will either call you Mama or Togbe for men. But then the spirituality into which, or the discipline into which you are initiated, even if they don't call you that name, if it is properly, you are properly initiated, it will be working for you. Whether your name is changed or your name is not changed, it will continue working for you. But for for people to respect you and to let people know that you are no more just ordinary person like how you used to be, some of these Togbe and Mama are added to your name. And I believe very strongly that in the Yoruba Ifa tradition, that is how it is. That's why a lot of people wanted to be initiated, because their names will be changed. Just like our big sister Ifadara, big sister Ifadara. Yes, of course, because she is initiated into Ifa, so they gave her that name. I don't understand the names because I'm not a Yoruba. I only have some few words I can speak in Yoruba. But if we talk with a person who is a Yoruba person who is also on the spiritual path or into Orisha practice, they will definitely understand why the name. Just like how I was explaining about the Ewe that and this. Then I speak Ewe, so when they call any name in Ewe, I can know the root and be able to tell. Thank you. Thank you very much, big sister Ginga one, for that beautiful question. But if it is not very clear, you can ask me subsequent question, Kadi. Thank you very much. And then we have big sister Luna Nicole say, my recovery is more challenging than I was prepared for, but I'm healing. Thank you, Papa. I'm very grateful to hear that, and I believe and know that you will surely heal. Thank you. I think big sister Luna Nicole, her comments are coming twice, because it's not, now it started coming twice, so maybe it's getting better. We can see it. Yeah. Yes. So we are on Africa Magic Temple on Facebook, and then we have Nana Koko Sachi say, greetings Tommy from Bono East Village of Charambo. Hello, my brother. How are you, Nana Koko Sachi? I hope you and your loved one, your families are great. Thank you very much for joining our section today. Keep doing what you are doing. I'm following you, and I'm seeing the beautiful things you are doing every day. May the ancestors and the deities that you work with and learning from continue to bless you and open doors for you, so that things can go well for you, so that you can be of great use to humanity. I'm grateful that you joined. And then Nana Kokosachi went on saying, name changing is a great question. Yes, I think so too. It's a great question. And then Nana Kokosachi went on, tell me please, I have a question. What is the difference between a spirit of one's destiny and one that is inherited from one's destiny and one that is inherited from ancestral line? Can they be in conflict with each other, or it has moved? Let me see. Let this thing move up. Can they be in conflict with each other, or must they always be compatible? And if it be so, how do we solve such a case? Bring the question down so that I can break it down. Okay. So the first part of the question is, what is the difference between a spirit of one's destiny and that of inherited from ancestral line? Okay. I would say that a spirit that comes in your destiny usually is only known during initiation, as per the Afa method, you can only know which spirits that come with you in your destiny, and these ones usually will show themselves when you are initiated into Fa. However, those people who are not initiated into Fa can also have the spirits that come into their destiny, but they may not be very sure. They may be feeling and be able to be doing things, but they may not be very sure until someone who knows much about the spirit or know about spiritual path will explain to them and tell them that the way you are behaving, I believe strongly that this spirit is what is following you. Okay. I had my son Kofi. When he was born, in fact, he liked to kill animals. When I say, because it's very young, he will squeeze my chicken or my birds or hamster, and then they will die. And then all the time too, he's always getting hurt from one thing to the other, always getting hurt. And we didn't know what actually was happening in his life. But when he was initiated into Afa at the age of 5 years old, it came out that the spirit of the hunter Ade is the spirit that has come with him into this world. So that spirit is in his destiny. That's why he wants to see blood, or every time blood is coming in his way. So until he grew up to about 15 years old, then he was initiated into the Togbe Ade, or the hunter spirit, which the Akans call the Bambofuo spirit. He was initiated, and he is very good. That's why I handed over at the shrine to him, so that he does all the things, because it's already in his destiny. So it is also in many other people's destiny. There will be different spirits in your destiny until you get initiation, before you actually know what spirits came with you into this world and wants to work with you. And then when you are introduced to them, then when you are working with them, it makes it very easy for you, because already they are in your destiny. And how did they come in your destiny? They came because in your past life you had one way or the other related to them. That's why when you are coming back into this world again, they came with you. And then ancestral spirits that are ancestral spirits are spirits that our ancestors had used and had worked with somewhere in their lives before we were born. And these spirits are also part of the family and spirits. Though you may have your own individual spirit that came in your destiny, the one that your ancestor left behind must be attended to, and you must work with them. But then I don't think that the ancestral spirits will be in conflict with your own personal destiny or spirits that you came into this world with. There may be a situation where maybe the way you have to work with the ancestral spirit and the spirit that came with your destiny, you must find a way to align the two in order. But there should not be any conflict, because so far in my own life, my ancestral spirits that I had worked with and the spirits that are in my destiny are all aligned, and I don't see any conflict between them. There shouldn't be any conflict between your personal destined spirits and your ancestral inherited spirits. I think the problem may be how to handle them, but in reality there should be no competition, or they should be compatible in every way, because you came into the world and you were born into a family where there are some spirits already, and these spirits that are in this family, You have been inherited them automatically because you were born into that spirit. However, you also came as an individual into this family with your own destined spirits, and your family that you have just come into as a human being should not have any conflict. The spirits in that family should not have any conflict with what, because they all were the reason why you were directed by your destiny and your destiny spirits to fall into that family. So there should be no conflict whatsoever. Maybe how to handle them and how to manage them is what the person who is in contention with this matter must learn. Thank you very much, Nana Kokosachi. I hope I have made some meaningful explanation. Thank you very much. And then we have Heru Asakara Amen. He say, greetings, Baba. Glad to hear you. Thank you very much, Heru. How are you? Thank you. I'm grateful. And then Tagwi Nana Kokosachi say, thank you, Tagwi. Okay, thank you also for that beautiful question, because I think it's a very, 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 very important and a very relevant question that you ask, and it is good that we talk about it so that other people can also learn from us. I'm grateful. And then Nana Kokosachi again said, and you too, Togbi. Thank you, Nana Kokosachi. And then Nana Kokosachi is a Tigari Busumfo in the Bono East. He is Busumfo, working very seriously to learn and to also to help people. He is doing so much. He moved from his home. I will not call it his home, but he moved from the US and came back to settle in Ghana, and he is doing so much. So those of you who know him and wants to consult him, you can get his, he will give you his number here and you can consult him. He's a very excellent priest, a Tigari priest. You know, we have so many different deities in Africa, and Tigari is one of the most powerful among them. Yeah. Thank you very much, Nana Kokosachi. And then Nana Kokosachi went on to say, excellent. That's 2 minutes ago. And then Nana Kokosachi, wonderful explanation. Thank you very much. And God bless you. And God bless you too, Nana. I'm grateful. That is ReVodution, Voodoo? Okay.
Yes.
I think we don't have any questions there yet, or they are hiding,
I'm checking.
trying to fetch them.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back to a TikTok. And then we have a new person joining us on Clubhouse. I think the name is Black something, Black Soil Farm. Okay, thank you very much, Black Soil Farm, for joining the section. You're very welcome. Then we have we have my Mas one. He said, God bless you so much. Thank you very much, Mas one. And then we have Keke Ginga one. Say thank you, Papa, and thank you to Kadi. We are grateful. And then Sadiq Mabel is a good evening, Papa. Please, how are you doing, and the family as well? We are all good, Sadiq. Thank you very much for asking. And how are you and your loved ones? I hope all of you are doing well, and Happy New Year to you. Then we have Engineer Graham KG Wilberforce, my son there in Hungary. Yeah, they say greetings, AMT, greetings, Papa. Mine is always the what? Turtle. Why do you mean yours is always the turtle? What does it mean?
I
Is slow.
Either he's referring to nickname.
Okay, the nicknames. Okay, Turtle. And then Turtle will be called in what in Akan?
Let me check.
No, Kojo can tell me what does, do you have it in English or you have it in Akan? Kojo Jenyami. So Turtle, yeah. So that's a good day because when I was living in Thailand many years ago, Thai people have a lot of nicknames and it's all animal names. Some people are called frog, people are called shrimp, people are called bears, and all kinds of names. And I think nicknames are also beautiful names. And okay, so Turtle, that is a Kojo's nickname. Okay, thank you. And then we have a Keke Ginga one saying, is it possible for you to get married and your spirits and ancestors have conflict with your spouse? Yes, sometimes. When you are very deep into spirituality and spirits are communicating with you and working with you, if a person comes into your life to marry you, if that person's vibration and frequency is not in alignment with your own and with your spirits will not be very happy with the person, and they will have conflict with the person, and there's a high possibility that you and that person cannot work out well, because the spirits, the vibrations that they have, the frequency that they are flowing on or in, is not the same with the listen. And there is high possibility that the person who you are marrying, maybe you are only judging the person from the physical space, and you are not taking the person from the spiritual listen. And that's where the conflict will come. It will be very advisable for all of us, even though it is very hard to do, is that what do you call it, before we get into very serious relationships to the point of deciding to marry that person, it will be advisable that we check with our spirits if they are in conformity, they are in what's the English word? Compatible with you spiritually, so that there will be no conflict. But then also sometimes you may marry someone and the person may not be incompatible with you spiritually, but if you are able to lead them and teach them what you do and they understand, and you let them experiment with what you are doing, and then they come to a common understanding that, oh, it is okay, then maybe you can resonate, you can move together, you can vibe together. But otherwise, if the person is completely different from you, you are going to the east and the person wants to go to the west, you are going up and the person wants to come down, it will create conflict between yourself and that particular person. It doesn't matter, you both may even be practicing the same spiritual practice, but that could also be because the person's vibration will be totally different from you, and maybe your spirits will not vibe with that. I personally had a problem like that. I had been with a woman in my life, and we have been together for a long time, but all the time our vibrations were not on the same level, and at the end separation had to come, not because I caused it, but maybe the spirits decided that no, enough is enough, and that separation came about. And it was one of the reasons I'm saying that maybe before you get serious with somebody, you should ask your spirits if listen. But you know, we are human beings. Sometimes your spirits will tell you that no, this person you want to associate with is not very good for you. But being human, we will say, no, we will manage it. Even if it is not good, we will just manage it, we will try it. And then until at the last minute, when you realize that you cannot manage what spirit says is not manageable. So, yes, it's something that I personally had experienced, so I would not advise people to go on the same journey like I did. Thank you very much, Kadi, for that very beautiful question. I think we are going down. And then we have engineer Graham KG Wilberforce there say, I always had the turtle as my recurring dream and had people giving me turtle statues. Okay, that's I think it's my spirit animal. Yeah, okay, that's very true. If that is what you had always been dreaming about. But you know, in the spiritual way, especially in African traditional spirituality, turtle is a water animal. It's a water animal. So in that sense, you are more related to water. In some cases, people will tell you that it's a mami water, because mami water spirit or mami water energy it's related to water, and it can be in the form of crab, can be in the form of turtle, can be in the form of snake, can be in the form of any water animals, can even be fish, dolphin, or whatever. I think in China there is that beautiful dolphins that are pink, dolphins that are related to one famous mami spirit in China that most business people are associated with. What is her name? I think if Senna is listening, maybe he can give us the name, or if anybody is listening. Yeah, they said I think that they have the one in Thailand called Fire Nut, but the one in China is having a different name, but it's a water spirit, so it comes in the form of dolphin. So if it's turtle, then you are more related to water energies, spirits that can help you in that. I'm very happy that you have this. Thank you. And then we have a King KK Ginga saying it's laughing when I talk about the compatibility of spouse. Thank you very much, Kadi. Yes, that's why sometimes we are human, so sometimes you say, oh no, I will manage this, because you don't want to let go. So the thing is attractive to you and you don't want to let go. Maybe the thing is not good for you, but you cannot let go, so you take it until it comes in your face and you realize that you cannot manage what is not manageable. Thank you. And then we have Abdul Hamid in Niger, or is it in Mali? It's a good evening, Papa. I'm watching you live. Thank you very much, Abdul. How are you, Hamid? I'm grateful. Yeah. Is it Mali or Niger? Niger. Okay. We call it human management. Yes, what can you do? It's not easy. When you like something and your father or your mother tells you that this thing is not good for you, you will ignore them until the day will come when you will say, my father was right, my mother was right. Okay, you are in Mali. Okay, great. Thank you. So you and the Malian people, the Goita, Assimi Goita, that's the president. Very good. Thank you. So how have you been? How is everything? I'm reading your messages. Thank you very much, Hamid. I'm grateful. Okay, so let's go on to TikTok and see if we will have. Okay, we have engineer Graham KG Wilberforce showing us love, sending us love. Thank you. And then again, engineer Graham KG Wilberforce is saying it's very true. And then and it said Kofi and I. Okay, so you and Kofi, you have this water spirits for working with. Thank you, Kojo. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think we don't have so many questions again, but then today it's about 17:51 now, which is 5:51. So by 6:15, I'll be closing today's section. So if you have some questions to ask me, please send them so that I can try to answer them before the time. And if anybody, Zeal or Black Soil Farm wants to speak, please can send your hand and we'll let you speak from Clubhouse, please. So should I press invite to speak?
Yes.
Okay. I have pressed it. Yes, hello, Zeal.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clear and loud.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm gonna go to Brazil soon. This is part 2 of something I always wanted to do, which is go to Salvador, Bahia. Is Salvador the capital of maybe like the blackest state in Brazil and the one to hold the most African retentions.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just wanted to know if you know anything about Jeje, which I think is what they call the candomblé that is influenced the most by Voodoo.
You see, the word candomblé, I think is more of a Spanish or Hispanic listing. And candomblé may be a voodoo thing, but it's more from the Central African Congo area than from West Africa. So all is African traditional spirituality and all is voodoo. Because the word voodoo is every word for spiritual practice or for spirit. And then other people also have different, other cultures also have different words for it. So the candomblé, if you say JJ, I'm not sure I know anything about it. Because what we call JJ,
Okay.
what we call JJ in our Ewe language is made up of corn flour that is used to feed spirits. And then I think it is also sometimes used to draw some symbols. But those symbols are usually, I see it more in Haitian voodoo than in our Ewe voodoo that we practice. And one thing you should also understand is that the Haitian voodoo has been influenced with different other African traditional spirituality from different parts of Africa. But then they are only calling it voodoo because maybe the Ewes were more in that group than other people, or they probably started their practice before other people start coming out. That's why the word voodoo became popular. So the JJ, in our part, we use it to feed spirits. It's made out of corn flour and red palm oil, sometimes just plain. And we usually only draw a straight line with the JJ. But then in Haitian voodoo, I see that they draw so much beautiful images and all figures with JJ or with black powder or whatever. And if it's working for them, which I believe is working for them, then it is fine, because spirituality is not limited to any group of people, or voodoo is not limited to any group of people. Whatever you are practicing and it is working for you and you are getting benefit from it, then it is okay.
Okay, thank you for telling me about the cornmeal. I think I saw it at the Homowo. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the festival in Ghana, but the Homowo.
Homowo. Yeah, it's a Homowo. Yes.
Okay, they had like something that looked like cornmeal mixed with palm oil that they were taking around to the different houses.
Exactly. That is the cornmeal with palm oil. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And that's so interesting that the JJ sounds so close to the word bebe.
Yes, yes. We call it JJ. Some people call it Veve. The same. This is the Ewe language is very vast. So they have so many dialects in Ewe language. Some people call it Veve. Some people call it JJ.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
In my locality, it is called JJ. But then when you move away from my locality a little bit, it's called Veve.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things I was thinking about, I'm a little sleepy today, so my brain is moving slow. One of the things I was thinking about how Voodoo got put on so many African practices is the same as what you said, which okay, maybe there were so many in certain places at a certain time that was the first word that came about.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know that much, but it does seem like of what I know of different spiritual practices that the term Voodoo is the most all-encompassing. It is one of the most all-encompassing for any type of like spiritual practice.
Right.
And maybe I don't know. That's all I have to say.
No, what you're saying is right in the sense that you see when the Africans who were taken out of Africa and they had wanted to practice their own practices, but they were scared of their masters or the colonial or the slave masters. They may be hiding and doing it. And then each group from Africa that were enslaved or taken into a place like Haiti or into the Caribbeans, maybe using the language that they know to describe whatever they were doing as in their traditional language. But as time goes on, maybe there's one word that became commonly used for all those kind of things, and Voodoo became the most commonly used word. So whether people are practicing candomblé or people are practicing Voodoo or practicing Orisha practices and all this thing, people will just say it's Voodoo. Even here in Africa, anything that you are doing traditionally, people will say it's Juju. Whether it is Juju or it's not Juju, everybody will just call it Juju.
And then what would be the difference there between Voodoo and Juju?
Juju is a word that the French people call the practice that we practice, whereby dolls and carvings of animals, humans, and all these things in the form of plain things. So the French people, especially the Belgic French, they call those things toys, and then it's called juju in French, and then that word later translated become juju, because when you are playing with dolls and images that you create to empower them to do something, it is called juju, because the Belgian what was that emperor? Is the emperor or King Leopold of Belgium, who came to the Congo, wanted the young pastors and priests to discourage the Africans from their juju, the dolls that they play with. If they can discourage them from those juju, it will be easy for them to control the Africans. So the word finally found adulterated and became juju. So it is the same thing.
I guess what I was asking was, how do people there make a big distinction, or they use the two words interchangeably?
Most people will just use juju.
Is what I meant. I've heard people say it, so that's how come I'm curious.
Yeah, most people will just say, especially most people who are Christian or religious people, will just say juju. But those of us who are practicing, we call it Voodoo.
Okay, all right.
Thank you too for that question. And then on TikTok we have Kinzi Nana. I said, please, where I'm new. Please, where I'm new here. Okay, this is African Magic Temple on TikTok. We are discussing African traditional spirituality here. Thank you very much, Kinzi, Nana. And then we have someone with no name but heart signs, double heart signs. I dreamt of cow woke up and going to work, I met a lot of cattle. What's the meaning? Thanks, says name is Albert. Albert, I don't know what's the meaning that you had a dream of cow in your dream and then you woke up going to work and you saw cattle. I don't know what it meant. Yeah, honestly, I cannot tell. That may be something which I don't know, but definitely it has some meaning and reason that I cannot explain. And then again, we have somebody also called Lone Sun. Say, how can I contact a water spirit even if I'm not related to the waters? Go to people who deal with water spirits. They will be able to teach you how to contact one. Thank you. And then the person, Albert, has sent the same question again, that he dreamt of cow and then saw cattle after when going to work. And then we have Big Sister Luna Nicosa. How insane does the state of the U.S. look to those outside of the U.S., Papa? Personally, I don't know for everybody. Here in Africa, a lot of people are crazy. In my country, I'm not even going to say Africa. In my country, Ghana, a lot of people are crazy about going to the U.S., going to settle in the U.S. So honestly, it has been like that since my childhood. A lot of people are so crazy. When they talk about America, America seems like a heaven, that when you go there, all your problems will be solved and only happiness you will get, and you will become rich and things will work out well for you. So it has been a dream of people, even before I was born, to go travel to the US. Yes, of course, Europe is there and all this, but US is more preferable to everybody if only they could get chance to move to the US. But I, Christopher Voncujovi, personally have never had that attraction towards the US that want to see and be in the US. Of course, my children went to school there, and I have a lot of good friends from the US. But personally, I've never been attracted to coming to the US because I always fear the US, that the things that I see on in the news, in the media, on videos and television, sometimes put that fear in me, and I don't really have that strong conviction and confidence that I will want to live in the US. But of course, I don't know tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. Maybe if anything there attracted me, and I may forget my fear and may take a risk. But personally, I am not. But I don't know about everybody's feeling. But in my crazy country here, people are definitely crazy about going to the US. When you go to the US embassy, you will see the number of people who are lined up waiting to be interviewed to get an opportunity to go to the US. So it's a crazy feeling for most people. I think most young people, maybe adults, even I know people who are old, but they are still thinking that they will get an opportunity to go to the US. So yeah, it is a good feeling for some people. Thank you very much for that question. And then we have engineer Graham KG Wilberforce. He shared the video. Thank you very much, Kojo. And then we have Jay, and he said, "Good day, Papa. How can one find their element by horoscope or by the day of the week one is born?" Yeah, if you are looking for your finding your element, if you use the horoscope, you will find your element, which will tell you the star into which you are born. You will know which are the elements in it. Some are water, some are fire, some is air, and then some is earth. So you can get. And then of course also when you are born in a particular day, all these days of the week are actually kind of related to the horoscope. So if you are born on a Monday, then automatically you are related to the moon. That's what it's supposed to be. But if you are born on a Monday but born in a different horoscope, then the moon as on a moon day or Monday, as it's supposed to be moon day when it's called Monday. So you have some relationship with that moon. At the same time, the elements in your day and also the elements in the horoscope that you are born into. I think these are not difficult to find if you go onto the net. However, if you want to know exactly what your destiny brought you here to know, what elements come in your destiny apart from the general horoscope, when you get initiated into Afa, all these things will be shown to you in your body that will come for you during initiation, and you will know who you are and what to deal with. Thank you very much, J. Enim. And then we have Amina Kasim 85 there. Say hello, Baba. Hello, my dear. How are you? Thank you very much for coming. Hope you are fine. It's been a while. Yeah, maybe this week we will have some chance to talk. Thank you very much. And then we have Diamond Hogan. Say, does African Voodoo have houses like Lukumi, Haitian Voodoo, and Palo Mayombe? When you mean that they have houses, what do you? I don't understand the Diamond Hogan. Every African spirit has its own shrine. Some shrines may be only encompassed in this kind of this as their shrine, but there are also rooms that people who possess these energies keep their spirits. So definitely we have. In the Candomblé and Palo Mayombe, which are more of Congolese, this in, and the Lukumi, I think is more of what do you call it, Cuba. This in, and of course Haiti is talking about Voodoo, but I believe that we all everywhere that spirits work, people create space for the spirit to have its own spirit. Thank you very much, Diamond Hogan. Please, let's go up a little bit. Or is that the last question? And then we have Albert saying thank you. Thank you to Albert. And then we have Illuminati brother saying hello. Hello, Illuminati brother. Thank you. How are you? And then we have Kinsey Nana. I say, please, where are you in Ghana? Number is on our profile. When you call, you will find us. We are on the Spinters Road in Accra, Ghana. Thank you. Then Diamond Hogan said, okay, it's the same question. Maybe he thought, okay, let's see. It's a different question. He said, does African Magic Temple focuses specifically on traditional voodoo magic, or is it combination? African Magic Temple is established to teach spirituality. To teach spirituality of our people, of the Ewe people, but we also move into other spiritualities, the things that we have learned or the disciplines that we have affiliated ourselves to or have practiced at one time of our life. We try to bring them all, because to African Magic Temple, spirituality is one thing, it's a general thing, and practiced by different cultures according to the environment in which they are. So we practice our own traditional voodoo, try to teach, and then we also look at our tradition in other cultures. They may have different names and they may have slight differences in the practices, where we can see similarities in these voodoos or these spiritual practices or different cultures. So we are sometimes teaching across the boundary. And then we have a loan son. He said, thanks, sir. We'll contact you as soon as possible. Great. Thank you very much. And then Luna Nicole, big sister Luna, says, America is not heaven. And I have never felt that I belong here, Papa. But my people here is heaven. Honestly, if you ask 10 Ghanaians, 10, Ghanaians that do you want to go to America? I believe 8 to 9 people will say yes. Maybe only one person will decline. But it's the belief that it's a home of happiness is there. Yeah. Whether it is true or it is not true, until they go there and experience what you who live there experience, they will always be dreaming of that place as heaven. Yeah. And then we have Engineer Graham KG. So I think at Diamond is talking about Besa or small voodoo in around their houses. Kojo, you see the Besa, they are all voodoos. The Besa is a word that works with the voodoo to let the voodoo to work. Besa is a be means sound. Sa is to bind. So the words or the sound that will bind a voodoo to create or to make a change in nature, that's what is called Besa. So all the small voodoos which are individual voodoos, like I have okay, let me say this one. This is a spirit. It's a voodoo, but it's made in the form of a talisman or an amulet, which I wore on my arm in order to protect me from certain kind of energies when I am in public. This thing may be only for me, and maybe no other person has the same. The people may have this same thing, but maybe different spirit from the one I have. Then these are what I call personal voodoos. But the voodoos that are there that many people come around to work with, that is what we were calling a throne. So if Diamond is talking about Besa or small voodoo in and around their houses, yes, even these spirits that I have here, I create this bag and I put them in, and this is their house. I put them in and put them in my bag, and whenever we are doing spiritual things or we are doing festivals, I bring them all out, feed them, and then when they are dry, I put them back inside their bag. So they have a house. But if you are talking about a physical house for each one to be built, yes, some people do build that one. But if you have too many voodoos, how are you going to build a house for each one? What we do is that we build one room we call the shrine, and we put them all in there, and we pray to them. And then those that cannot be in among those ones, we also create different small spaces for them. When you come to my shrine at African Magic Temple, you will see that we have small places for each voodoo, especially the ones that want to be separated from the rest. Voodoos are like women. Sometimes they don't like to be together. Sometimes they want to be individual. They want to have their own space, so that when you want to deal with them, you are dealing with them only. You are not dealing with them as a group. So that's how voodoos are. And then there are some voodoos who do not care. They can come, they can join together with the rest and do things together. So if you are working with voodoo, you will be able to know how to work with them, and each one has its own space. And they are all not the same, because they are having different names. Their combinations are different. Some are having water, some are having oil, some are just pure herbs, some you don't kill blood for them, some you only use salt to pray to them, and all kind of things. That's what voodoo is. It's not, voodoo are billions and billions and billions each. And just like the blade of grass, so are voodoos. Like the sun at the beach, so are voodoos. Each sun grain or each grain of sun is different and is individual. Even though you see them all together and you call them sun, but when you pick it, you will see that there's one single grain of sun. It's totally individual, but combination of them together make what we call sun. So is voodoo. There are millions and millions and millions of spirits, and then each one is individual, yet still they all come together and we call them voodoo. And then we have it's down. And then we have again diamond. It's saying before diamond. No, we have Graham at the top. He said, very true. No, go up again, let me see. Okay, we have Amina. First is J. Enning, he said, thank you, Papa. And then we have Amina Kasim 85. He said, yes, Baba, thank you. And thank you to Amina. And then we have Engineer Graham KG Wilberforce. He said, very true. Then we have KK Ginga. One say here, people call houses like temple, shrines, or churches. Okay, maybe that's how they are talking about. Yeah, like a temple, like a church. Yeah, like in African Magic Temple, we have a room. Not one, we have so many rooms in which we keep our spirits. Okay, we call it temple, as the whole shrine is a temple, but then we have shrines inside the temple. Yeah, then we have Diamond Hogan. He said, is voodoo similar to Mojo, Kisi, and Nganga, being that voodoo is an object that holds a spirit? Yes, voodoo is an object that holds a spirit. So if Nganga, Mojo, Nkisi, and all this, and these are African names from different part of Africa, from different ethnic group. Because in my culture, there is nothing called Mojo, and there is nothing called Nkisi, and then there is nothing called Nganga. But maybe when you move from my Ewe culture, you can find these names in maybe in the Yoruba, in the Igbo you may find Nkisi, and then in the Congo and Bantu and all this you find Nganga, and then the Mojo, I don't know where it is coming from, but yes, voodoo is object that holds a spirit. Thank you very much, Diamond Hogan. And then Engineer Graham KG Wilberforce says, how about conflicting voodoo who don't like to stay with each other? If you see a voodoo that doesn't want to work with another voodoo, you don't put them together. Well, when you put them together, both of them will not work at all. And they will create problem for you who is the master of the voodoos. At my shrine, there is a Tobe Jopata, which is one of the voodoos that I have worked with for the past almost to 40 years, and Akanyi and Tobe Jopata, they work together because the two of them had been with me when I was traveling long before you were born, and they had always been with me, and I always used the two to work together. But later, I got a voodoo called Tobe Damalie, which is equally as powerful like Tobe Jopata and Akanyi. And when this voodoo, in reality, I was the one who formed it. I got ideas from friends and all this thing, and when I was able to put the things together, and then the voodoo came to settle there and started working. But then Tobe Damali or Damalie did not want to work with Tobe Jopata, or either Tobe Jopata doesn't want to work with Tobe Damalie. For this reason, I do not take the drink. I will not take a drink from Tobe Jopata and go and pour a libation at the shrine of Tobe Damalie. So in the same way, I will not take the drink from Tobe Damalie's shrine and go and pour a libation at Tobe Jopata's shrine. And Tobe Damalie wants to eat alone, doesn't want any other spirit to come and eat with him. And so, but then Tobe Jopata, he will eat with Akanyi, and then some of the spirits that surround him, he eats with them. Those are like servants to them. He and Akanyi, these are the servants to them. But Tobe Damalie is totally a different spirit. So even for us to be able to protect ourselves and protect our children and protect the house, we separated his shrine within the shrine so that he is alone in his shrine and no one goes there to disturb it or do anything. If we want to attend to him, we go into his shrine and then we invoke him, ask him, and tell him what we want him to do for us. So when you see a spirit that they are not liking each other and they are in conflict, it's just like women in a rivalry. You marry 2 women, or you marry 3 women, and the junior wife doesn't like the senior wife because maybe the senior wife is working hard, and the junior wife want to prove that she can equally work hard. So if you don't, you have to give her attention more than the senior wife. If you are a good spiritualist, you will know how to. If you are a good man, you will know how to divide your time between these women so that you can, each one can have peace with you. But if you don't know how to handle that and you put them together, all the problem will come upon you yourself. If you are not careful, you will run away from your own house. Thank you very much, Kojo, for that question. And then we have Unwambi. Hello, my dear, how are you? Thank you very much. It's good evening, family. Hello, Unwambi. Thank you, and thank you for coming. Hope you are fine. How are you and your loved ones? Hope everything is fine with you. Thank you for joining the section today. And then Diamond, when I said house, I meant like a temple where your God children come to congregate. Okay. Yeah, of course we have a shrine. We will call it shrine. Yes. There is a house, of course. It's a African Magic Temple is a whole house with everything, about 6 or 7 rooms in there. Yeah. So we have it's a whole house where if you go into our Facebook, you will see that we last December 31st we had a congregation where all people who are related to the shrine came in to do the end of year rituals. Yes, we have a place. It is not on paper and it is not a virtual shrine. African Magic Temple is not a virtual shrine. It's a physical shrine built in 1996 and 1996, and it's still there until today. Okay, thank you very much, Diamond Hogan. Thank you. And then we have Engineer Graham KG Wilberforce. Thanks for the clarification. Thank you to Kojo for that. And then we have Rockstar. Say good evening, Papa. Hello, Rockstar. How are you? Good evening to you. And then Albert is say, can you really disappear with Juju or Voodoo? I don't know. I have never disappeared with Juju and Voodoo, so I cannot tell. I have heard stories, but me personally, I have never disappeared before with Voodoo or Juju. So whether it is real or it is not real, I've also heard stories. Thank you very much. And then we have Demo Huga. Thank you so much for answering my question. You are very much welcome, and thank you also for asking the question. We are grateful. Then Lonesome says, should in case I get a water spirit, can I create a shrine for it, or will just offer at the, what is it?
At the river.
At the river.
Yeah.
The person who will give you the water spirit should be able to explain to you what to do and how to work with that water spirit. I cannot tell from here because I don't know who is going to give you the water spirit. But whoever will give you a water spirit, they will actually direct you on how to work with the water spirit, whether to go to the riverside or to have a shrine for it in your house or whatever. Once they give you the spirit, they should be able to give you directions on how to work with that spirit. Thank you very much, Lonesome. And then Diamond Hogan said, what sect of Voodoo do you practice? We are practicing Ewe Vodu. I don't know if sect is the correct term, like Mami Wata, Mama, Chamba. We are just practicing Ewe Vodu, and all this thing, Mami Wata, Mama, Chamba, and all kind of spirits. Once it is Ewe Vodu, we are practicing it. We may not have every Voodoo in our shrine as a shrine or as an entity, but we can connect to any spirit or any voodoo anywhere in the world. Or whatever voodoo it is, even if it's in India, we can always connect with them. Thank you. And then we have Albert saying, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. You are very much welcome, Albert, and we are grateful for your questions. And then Loneson, he said, okay, sir, thanks. And thank you too, Loneson. Once you get a voodoo or you get a spirit, the person who is introducing the spirit to you should be able to tell you how to work with that spirit correctly so that you can get benefit. You don't get voodoo and still be struggling on how to get a benefit, because when you are getting involved into anything, whether spiritual or physical, you should also always think about your own personal benefits. You don't do it just for people to see and to show off that you are doing it. If you are not getting benefit, then there is no need and there's no use. It's not useful to you. So once you are being introduced to a voodoo or a particular spiritual practice, there must be a benefit in it for you. And if there is no benefit in it for you, there is no need to practice such. It becomes a religion. Thank you very much. And then Uwabi, Albert said, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. And Lawson said, then can I be to get the voodoo spirit through consultation virtual? No, we don't give voodoo in a virtual consultation. Voodoo is a practical and a physical thing, and anyone who is giving you a voodoo on a virtual level is not giving you a voodoo. It's only giving you the idea of a voodoo. Voodoo is a physical and practical thing, and you need to be initiated physically into it. No one can initiate you virtually, and you cannot read books and initiate yourself. It is not the best practice. If you want to benefit from spirits, go to the person who has a spirit. Let them tell you what the spirit does, the kind of work that the spirit can do for you, and then let them also tell you how you can work with that spirit. You should also ask so many questions that bother you around the spirit. Otherwise, you may get a spirit which will later create problem for you if you don't know how to handle it. Spirits are beings like we human beings, but they are invisible entities. You cannot see them. Even if they are near you, you cannot see them. It's only when you know the practice and know how to practice very well that you can feel their presence when they come through invocations and some besa or words that can make them to show you signs that they are around. So if you want to practice spirituality, especially African traditional spirituality, which we call the Ewe Vodu in our case, which is a practical and a physical thing, and it can never be done virtually. Thank you very much, Wandi. And then Diamond Hogan said, what separates Ewe Vodu and Voodoo in Benin? The Ewes and we have Ewes in Benin too, so there is no separation. Ewe, Benin people, Togolese, we are all one group. Benin, we have the Fon and the Ewe people who practice Voodoo. So in Benin, we have the Ewe and we have the Fon. And then in Togo, we have the Ewe, we have other tribes. So there is not difference between them. What may be a little bit different because the pronunciation, intonation, the dialect, the Ewe dialect or the Fon dialect that they may use, like you are using the word voodoo, which in my area we never call voodoo because we don't use the nasal sound to pronounce voodoo. Even in some parts they call it vedu, not even voodoo, it's vedu. So that's the only difference that you may see. But then it is absolutely the same thing. But then there are so many things in Beni or Dahomey, which because the word Dahomey, which used to be the original name of Beni, means a snake. Ahome means home, so the home of snake. That's the name, the original name of that country we call Beni today. I don't know why they changed it, but it's Dahomey, so it means it's the home of snake. That's what our ancestors call it, and it is in Ewe. The word is in Ewe, and it is the same in Fon language. So there's no difference between our practices. And then, do witches exist in Ewe Voodoo? Is Is there witchcraft in Voodoo in Africa? Yes, of course. Witches exist everywhere in the world, not only in Ewe Vodu or in Africa. Witches are in America too. They are in China. They are in Japan. They are everywhere. They are in Europe. So witches exist everywhere. Please put the air conditioner off. The witches are everywhere. They are not only in Africa, but they are in every part of the world. I'm coming up.
Yes.
This thing went off. Okay, we have Tonya on Clubhouse. Welcome, Tonya. Thank you very much. And then we have the Kenzie Nana. He says, so how you feel spirit? Because I have tried many people, but I'm not working. Find the people who can teach you the real thing. It's not everybody who say they are spiritualists are spiritualists. And then we have Mwabi say, thank you, sir, for answering. So how long does it take for one to be initiated staying in your shrine? It depends on what you need to be initiated into. There are so many spirits. We have African Magic Temple initiation, which is you get initiated into Abraxas that our sister Zil Harris has spoken about or asked question on. Abraxas, you get introduced to Abraxas, you get introduced to Togbe Akai, and then you also get introduced to Togbe Jokpata. These three patron spirits are the foundation of African Magic Temple as it stands today. You get initiated into this, and for this, I will say you can give yourself 10 days for this kind of initiation. And then if you want to get initiated into Afa, you can give yourself another 7 days for initiation into Afa, depending on the days that you come, because there are certain days that are good days and some days are bad days. But then if you want to take initiation in African Magic Temple, in total I'll ask you for whatever spirit you want to be initiated into. Give yourself at least 7 days, from 7 to 10 days, in the sense that you don't just come in, take initiation and then walk away. You come in, take initiations, do the necessary rituals that may come after initiation, and make sure you ask questions, you put your things together before you leave. So give yourself 7 to 10 days if you want to take initiation in African Magic Temple. Because the reason we give you initiation is for you to be able to work with the spirits. And if you are after initiation and you are not able to work with the spirit, then we have not achieved our aim. Our aim is to introduce you to spirits that can work with you at any time and anywhere in the world. So when we initiate you, we want to make sure you are in the right position before leaving our shrine. And then we have KK Ginga 1 say we have a lot of people currently calling themselves witches. Leave them, let them call themselves witches, because the word witch in our language is a name that nobody wants to be associated with. But if people in the West want to call themselves witches, let them call themselves witches. We, in our Ewe tradition, a witch is a very bad energy, and no one wants to associate with a witch. But if people think that if they say they are witch, it will attract people to them, let that be. I am not a witch, and I'm not willing to associate with myself with any witches. Thank you very much, Kadi Fisher there. And then we have a creative nature sending us a rose flower times 1. Thank you very much. And then Loneson, it says, how long does it take to be initiated into the water spirit? If you want to get initiation, the first thing I will ask you is, you have to find out whether you can work with a water spirit or you cannot work with a water spirit. That can be said when you do spiritual consultation. You don't just run into things because everybody is having it. Otherwise, you will fall into trouble. So when that is confirmed that you can be initiated into a water spirit, then we will know which spirit. There are many water spirits, and we will find out which one wants to work with you, and we will also know how long it will take you to work or to be initiated into their spiritual discipline. Yeah, I think we are almost done.
Mr. Bokor, I asked you a couple questions on the chat.
Okay.
And you already talked about it a little bit.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, people are asking about the different types of Voodoo. So they're always kind of based on the ethnic group. I mean, are there like subgroups within, like Ewe, for example, or Fan?
Okay, in the Ewe, I cannot talk about other ethnic groups because I don't know what kind of spirits or voodoos they have. But for the Ewes, as I said earlier, there is the Ewe, which is the main cult or spiritual cult of the Ewe people. And inside the Ewe, we have the spirit of the snake or the divine serpentine spirit. We have the Tanda, we have a Mami, we have a Sapata, and we have all kind of spirits, just as in Ewe land, in the Ewe cult. And then these are the Ewes, their spirits. Then the Ewes also went to learn from the Yorubas, or maybe through their association with the Yorubas, they learn Afa, which is called Ifa in Yoruba, but when it came to the Ewe land, it's called Afa, and I think the Igbos also call it Afa, and some other people call it Afa. The Ewes call it Afa, and in the Afa also, we have so many spirits in the Afa, which some of them are the same like the one in the Ewe. So other ethnic groups in Africa, I cannot tell, I cannot know what spirits or what voodoos they have. So for the Ewes, the spirits that we have are the most common ones that people call in voodoo.
Okay, so I think what I hear you say is the way that it's kind of like structurally organized is like, yes, you have shrines, which are the houses where people can go and commune together. And then you have, you said the word cult. Would that be like a denomination, kind of?
No, you cannot call it denomination because each spirituality is an individual thing. It's not a group thing.
Okay.
So a lot of people want to have groups that they can belong to, which is fine. But in reality, spirituality is an individual affair. You can be initiated and you can only stay at your own home and practice by yourself. And maybe you and your children alone will practice, or you alone as a single entity can be practicing. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't necessarily need to go and commune and join, but the human beings like to associate and join communities. There's nothing wrong with that, but in every spirituality, or spirituality as a whole, is an individual thing. But if you feel that your teachers or people who have taught you, you want to go to join them when they are celebrating, or you want to learn more from them, there's nothing wrong with that. But it is not a community as such. But each village or each shrine has its own community. Like my shrine, the people that I have initiated, the people that I have initiated in African Magic Temple are the people who associate with me because of the way I teach, and they learn from me. There may be someone who also may go to a different teacher, and then he or she may also belong to that place because the way that person teaches and explains his things about voodoo. The spirits at African Magic Temple are not the same spirits with all other shrines. There may be some few that are the same, but we have some spirits that nobody even has. And there will be some shrines that have spirits or voodoos that I do not have.
So then is it safe to say that when there is a shrine, it is kind of like centered around the people who have the talent to communicate with the spirit world the most and do certain spiritual things, and then that is also associated with specific spirits that they work with the most? So
no, it's not like that. What I am saying is that people who are initiated at my shrine may be familiar with the spirits that I work with and the spirits that they are being initiated into, and then they work with those spirits. But another shrine, which is not my shrine, may have their own deities, their voodoos and spirits, that people who go to that another shrine may be initiated into the voodoos there, one or two or many, and they deal with that. So it is the teacher or the master who teaches you what he knows, and if what he is teaching you works for you and you find understanding in that, then you can choose to learn from him and go alongside with the voodoos that he works with. That's what it is. It's not like Christianity or Islam where you have a shrine or a temple or a church and everybody goes in there that I'm coming to worship Jesus Christ.
Okay, I got it. Okay, and then I have another question. I think I've asked this before, but I forgot the answer, and it is connected to a part 2 question, which is, does Voodoo reject some people who seek to be initiated, as I've heard Ifa might do?
Yeah, it depends on what you like. Someone was asking a question that if I want to be initiated into a water spirit, how long will it take me to be initiated? And I was answering that the first thing the person has to do is to find out whether the water spirits want to work with him or her. Because there are so many water spirits. And then you don't know which one it wants to work with you, and you can't just say, okay, initiate me into water spirit. First, they have to do consultation to find out which spirit wants to work with you. You may have your desire that I want to work with Mami Wata, but Mami Wata is not a single entity. There are so many different Mami Watas. And they are all called Mami Wata, but maybe there is a Mami Wata called Mary. There's a Mami Wata called Alberta. There's a Mami Wata called Zeus. There's a Mami Wata called this. So they have to find out which one wants to work with you. Then if they agree to work with you, then they can tell you now, okay, we will initiate you into Mami Wata, but this is the name of the Mami you will be working with. And the Mami Wata Alberta is not the same as Mami Wata Mary.
Okay. Got it. Would there be bad consequences of getting initiated if afterwards one is lackadaisical or ambivalent or not that committed or has doesn't want to do the directions of the spirits?
No, before you decide to get initiated into spirit, that's why you need consultation. Because if the spirit world feels that you are not going to be committed in the future, they will tell you from the very beginning that they should not initiate you. So there will be no consequences there because they already told you that you should not be initiated, and who will initiate you will be the one to give you problem. So if you want to be initiated, first make inquiries. whether you can work with the spirits. And the spirit world will know, even 100 years from now, they know what is going to happen. And they can tell yes or no. Like I was talking about getting married to a woman or a spouse, and then maybe spirit world told you that, oh, this spouse is not good for you. But being a human being, so no, I can manage it, I can take care of it, I can overcome the challenge that the spirit are saying. It will be until when things become very open to you and become clear to you, when you fall into trouble, before you realize that spirits were already telling you long time ago that don't get involved. So Tonya also wants to speak. So Tonya,
how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's been a minute since I've chatted. How are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you and the children?
Oh, we're wonderful, wonderful. I was listening to Zio talk, and I was like, so I don't know if this helps a lot at all, but for me, so I'm very much a baby in this spiritual world. But I find as you initiate with certain spirits, you build a relationship. So sometimes some will be there to guide you. Sometimes you might be on one. You kind of gradually build up. I don't think I at least haven't encountered an experience where I'm not listening. It's just that maybe I'm not listening to one because they're not guiding that aspect of my life or my family. But they're always there, right? And
yes.
Sometimes it's not about listening. Sometimes I just want to say thank you for the support because I recognize the guidance as I move through my life.
Right.
I know that helps at all.
Yes, like I said, spirits are beings just like we humans. But the truth about it is that they are invisible beings or entities that we cannot see them physically. So they are always around you when you are in connection with them. And then there must be a way that you can feel and know that they are around you. And this will come after initiation. And then there are certain ways that you can connect with them at will, at any time, anywhere, any moment. But that is usually comes when you are initiated into that particular spirit. That spirit becomes your partner in the spirit world, and you are the spirit's partner on the physical plane. And you work hand in hand. That's why I always say that at our shrine, we don't worship anything. We partner with spirits, we work spirits, and we ask them to do things in the spirit world for us, and we do the physical aspect for them. So spirits are there, you can always feel them, you can always associate with them, but then until you are introduced to them, and that introduction is what we call initiation.
I had a question. So right now, I would say I'm kind of in between teachers to a point. I think the only teachers that I have right now is you. I listen and I can ask questions and I listen. You're the only one right now that's actively present. But it's almost like, so for me, my ancestral court, there's certain people in that space that guide who, it's almost like who they want to come into my life to guide me to the next step, whether it's an initiation or a practice. So I'm struggling right now because it's almost like I feel like there's certain ancestors that have blocked paths, and I'm trying to be respectful because I understand that the things that I'm working on are moving my family life forward. But it's frustrating because I feel like they're not allowing me to move the way I want to, if that makes sense.
Okay. Tonya, you see the misunderstanding that a lot of people have in the diaspora is that people thought that it is the ancestors that are everything. And then people think that the ancestors are the ones who will agree or disagree before you can do anything. But the truth about it is that you as an individual, you came as well with your destiny. And no two destinies are the same. And it is your destiny who directed you to come into whichever family line you were born in. So your destiny is paramount. It's superior to all these ancestors and whatever. Because your destiny is the God that guided you into this space where you are today. Through whichever bloodline you may be born at. It is your destiny that brings you that way. The people you will meet in your life, the people you will associate with, the challenges that you have, and the ones you can overcome, most of them depends on your destiny. So if your destiny is not very well, if your positive destiny is not so strong, then things do not go your way, the way you want to. But it's all in the destiny. That's why in Ewe we said destiny is part of it is positive, another part is negative. If the negative is stronger than the positive, the positive doesn't really show itself. So by saying that your ancestors are preventing you, I don't think your ancestors are preventing you. It is your destiny that is not allowing you to move forward.
So I'm moving forward, but maybe I just need to practice a little more patience. And because everything's great, like I have no complaints at all.
Okay.
I have no complaints at all. I just would, maybe my complaint is I want to get to a destination ahead a little quicker.
So you should be pouring libation to your ancestors as well as to your destiny, so that your destiny can open the doors for you to be able to reach where you want to reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Papa.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tonya. And Zil, if you can hear me, I think you wanted to ask a question.
Oh, I was done. I was done for the moment.
Okay,
And
okay.
thank you, Tanya, for your comments as well, your empathy. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Bokor.
Thank you. Yes, and then do we have anything again on the TikTok or anything there? Okay, I think, okay, we have Jugu Bus Nuhu. Okay, Jugu Bus Nuhu is a place, Papa. Is it safe
to use it?
Is it safety to use 6 and 7 books of Moses? Yes, of course. 6 and 7 books of Moses is a book that has been written long ago by some adepts. When I say adept, I mean wise men who had actually dealt with nature and spirits of nature. And it's a book that was attributed to Moses as Moses in the Bible, who people said he wrote the first 5 books in the Bible from Genesis to Exodus. Is it not?
Yes.
And then the 6 and 7 is the one that they said he has written, but they were not kept into the Bible. And then we have the 8, 9, and 10 books of Moses as well. So it is safe to use. When you buy it, if you read it, there's nothing you can understand. You can read a whole lot of stories in it. You cannot, especially in the 6 and 7 books of Moses. The only thing you may understand will be the book of Psalms, how to use the Psalms in the Bible to create and bring changes in nature. But all the other ones, it will be difficult for you to understand unless you get a teacher who has already practiced and know these things. But to read it and it's a dangerous book, there's nothing like that. People create so much fuss about things that they don't know about. And there's so much information in the 6 and 7 books of Moses that you can read it just like how you read books, and there's no danger whatsoever. So, Nuhu, that's my take on your question. And then we have Diamond Hogan. They say, thank you so much for your patience and answering my questions. Thank you very much, Diamond Hogan, for asking the questions. We are very grateful. And then we have Nwambi say, does the voodoo allow someone to work with people like healing or assisting people spiritually? The whole work of voodoo is to help people, help yourself, and help people who may come to you or people who depend on you for healing, for spirituality. That's what voodoo is. It is not anything than that, to help you physically and spiritually. So this is what voodoo is. It is not just, I don't know how to explain it, Wambi. You may have to watch some of our videos and the works we do for people around the world. People have problems around the world. We have never seen them with our physical eyes before. They call us, we do spiritual consultation for them, and then we tell them what is worrying them. The voodoo would tell us what is happening in that person's life, even though we don't know them. And we don't even listen to what they say. And when the voodoo would tell us what that person is going through, the same voodoo will give us answers to the problems that they are going through, solutions to the problems that they are going through. And when we follow on the voodoo's direction, the person gets relief. Whether the person is sick, is needing healing, or is in a physical situation or in a spiritual situation, the voodoo will move from where our base is to anywhere in the world and be able to help solve the challenges. That is what voodoo does. They are entities, but they are only invisible. You can't see them. But people who know how to work with them can work with them even without seeing them physically. So voodoo's work is to bring changes in nature, to bring changes in the situation you are in, where be it healing, assisting people spiritually or physically. So that is what voodoo is all about. Voodoo is not anything than that. And then we have our big sister Luna Nicole say, thank you for your time and teaching, Papa. I appreciate how generous you are with wisdom. I'm very grateful, big sister. Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. Move up, I think we have Diamond again. And then Diamond Hogan, who pressed it? Diamond Hogan said, are the spirits of Ewe Vodu welcoming to trans women? Voodoo doesn't have a problem with gender. We don't, spirits are, even some of the spirits are hermaphrodites. They are men, they are women. Spirits don't have gender. So don't worry about it. If you are doing whatever you are doing, and you are doing for the benefit of yourself and for the benefit of humanity, you are always welcome in our place, in our tradition. We don't discriminate. We are not the creators of this universe, and we cannot discriminate. And then we have Loso say, are the water spirits only females? No, there are some are males. Some are even male and female. It depends on how they are working. It's just, I'm just confirming the question that Diamond Hogan was asking. Spirits are, we have female and males, but some are even both. They can play the role of a male, and some places they can play the role of a female, like the Mami Wata that Shamba has, Astate. I think in some places she's a woman, and some places she's a man. So Vodus are not only, the water spirits are not only females, they are males also. And then Jugu British New, who say, wow, I just got to know today that there are more of the books. Thank you for your subtle explanation. Thank you too. And then Wabi is saying, saluting and saying thank you. And then big sister Luna Nicole is at Diamond Hogan showing love. And then Diamond Hogan say thank you. And you are very much welcome, all of you who have been here today, including all the people on Clubhouse, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm grateful to all of you. Let's keep it going so that we can learn from one another. No one single person knows it all. We are only sharing ideas and talking about what we know and what we want to know. I'm grateful to all of you. And then we have a Favor King. Okay, good evening, Daddy. Hello, Favor King. Thank you. You are late. We are almost closing before you come. And then we have it, Leonel Renovations. It's amazing to hear all this information. You are welcome, Leonel Renovations. Thank you. Thank you all very much. I'm very grateful to you all for being here. African Magic Temple is it's not a virtual shrine. We are a physical and a practical shrine. And we are here to teach and to learn from you. Whatever we are teaching here, we got this through our own personal practices and experiences over the years. We don't teach what we don't know, and we don't teach what we do not experience ourselves or we don't practice. Whatever we are talking about here, we practice and we know about it. That's why we teach them. Thank you all very much. And we have KK Ginga, one there. Kadifisha said, thank you, Papa. We had excellent section. Yes, I can say so too. Thank you very much, Kadi. I'm grateful. Then Wabi said, good night, Papa. I'm about to go to bed. Thank you very much, Wabi. And then Lunanico blessings for the new week, Papa and AMT family. I look forward to joining next week section. Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. And then Luna Amina Kasim is sending us flowers. Who is it? The hell is calling as if they don't know that I'm working. Amina Kasim is 85, sending us flowers. And Luna Nichols, may you get good rest and rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit, Papa. Thank you very much, big sister. And the same to you too. And then Amina Kasim say, thank you, Baba. Have a good evening. Same to you, Amina. And then Favor King say, can I chat the number on the page? Yes, you can. You can. If you need more information, you can. Yes, I'm still working, Gladys. I'm still working. When I am done, I'll call you. Then I think that's all that we have on TikTok. Thank you. And everybody, have a very good evening, and may the ancestors continue to bless you, and may the spirits of nature open your eyes, and may your destiny lead you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.